Hello yogis, my name is April and welcome to the Yoga Ranger Studio and welcome to your practice today. Today we're going to be working with a very simple, slow, grounding yoga practice that you can use morning or evening to help kind of unfurl, either to wind down at the end of the day and prepare yourself for sleep and kind of move that energy out, or to start your day nice and slow when you just need something simple and uncomplicated to begin your day. You don't need any props for this, but if you would like to use props, please feel free to use blankets, blocks, pillows, whatever you have, a strap. I won't be cueing anything particularly with those because we really don't need them for this practice. We're going to stay nice and low to the floor. But if you need anything to cushion your knees or anything to cushion your wrists, we're going to be on our hands and knees a little bit. You might choose to have those available for your comfort and safety there. We're going to start lying down on our backs. Just make yourself comfortable here. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Take the knees out to the side. Take your arms alongside your body. Just take a few moments here to connect to your practice. Take a time to scan down through your body from the crown of your head to the bottoms of your feet. And from the bottoms of your feet to the crown of your head, just checking in whatever time of day you're practicing here, noticing whatever your body's messages are telling you. This is a time for your body to give you some information about what you might need. Tapping into your breath. Feeling that rise and fall of your belly and chest and collarbones. Allowing your inhale and exhale to extend and become a little bit smoother for your practice. No matter where you have been or where you are going today, you are here now. In this space, in your practice, taking care of yourself. Taking 3 more deep breaths, just allowing that breath to be soft and easy, effortless. And if you'd like to have your practice include ujjayi breathing or ocean breath, you can begin to close off that little space at the back of your throat, your epiglottis. And make that sound as if you're fogging up a mirror on your inhale and exhale. You can use that throughout your practice, in and out, or the entire practice, or just breathe naturally, no thought to what it is. Go ahead and take your hands to the outside of your hips and bring those knees toward one another. Bring your right knee into your chest, hand in front of your knee or behind it. Take that left leg out long. Press through the heel of the left leg and start to circle your right ankle, left and right a few times. And then come to a stop and pull that knee into your chest. Nice long stretch for the whole left and right back side of the body. Moving through this fascial line that stretches all the way from the shoulder down to the heel. And then gently moving your hand to the inside of your right leg. You can either hold on to your ankle or reach forward the outer foot for a half happy baby. It might be easier to bring that left foot flat to the floor to come into this pose, or stretch it out to whatever feels intuitive for you and just pull that knee down toward your shoulder. Go ahead and release that leg down. And we're going to switch sides, bringing that left knee into your chest, hand in front of or behind the knee. Take that right leg, press through the heel, and start to circle your left ankle, right and left. And coming to a stop whenever you feel good with that, and pulling that knee in a little bit closer, just really pressing the shoulder blades down, lengthening out through that right heel. One more deep inhale and exhale. And then softly bringing that left hand to the inside of the left leg, reaching for that ankle, the inside of the foot, the outside of the foot for your half happy baby. Bending your right knee or not, whatever feels good for you. And just pulling that leg down toward, that knee down towards your upper shoulder, and that foot flat as if you're standing on the ceiling. And then gently releasing that leg down. You're going to take your feet long, reach your hands up overhead, stretch through your toes, stretch through your fingers, a good morning stretch, or in this case, possibly a good evening stretch. Go long, 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 reaching as far as you can. And letting those elbows come out wide. You're going to walk your heels over toward the right, move your upper body a little over to the right, reach for that left elbow with that right hand, and come into a little crescent stretch here. 3 deep breaths, turning your head left or right. Releasing, coming back through center, switching to the other side. Same thing over here, reaching for that right elbow with that left hand. Here you can turn your head to the left or to the right, feeling that stretch all the way down the side body. Breathing into the right side. And releasing out again, back to that stretch through the toes, stretch through the fingers. And then go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Shift your hips just a little bit over toward the right and drop those knees over to the left for a little double knee twist. You can take that right hand out to the right, left hand to the outside of that right hip or knee. A little deeper stretch here. You can turn and look over the right shoulder or straight up at the ceiling. Maybe deepening into that stretch and that twist a little bit more for our last inhale and exhale. And then slowly coming back through center, switching sides, dropping those hips a little bit over to the left, bringing those knees into the center, dropping them over to the right. Right hand to the outside of the left hip, left hand out to the left. You can turn and look over your left shoulder or straight up. Going a little bit deeper for our last breath. And slowly coming all the way back to center, hugging your knees into your chest, taking your hands behind your knees and rocking all the way up, coming over onto your hands and knees into a cat-cow position. Taking those shoulders above the wrists, fingers spread out wide, knees hip distance apart. We're going to inhale, rock forward a little bit into our cow tilt, dropping the belly down toward the floor, lifting the chin. And then exhaling, shifting back just a tiny bit, arching and rounding like an angry cat.
pressing the floor away from you, lifting that belly toward the ceiling, that spine arched. Inhale, cow tilt. And exhale, cat arch. 2 more at your own breath pace. Really waking the spine up. Coming back to center, shifting that right leg back behind you, flipping the toes and pressing through that heel. 3 deep breaths here. Just stretching the ankle, the bottom of the foot, the calves. And then shifting that leg all the way over toward the left, looking over your left shoulder and pressing through those toes. Nice stretch for the outer hip again here. Looking over that left shoulder toward those toes. And slowly coming back into your tabletop. Switching sides. Left leg back, flip the toes, 3 deep breaths, pressing through that foot as much as you can to stretch that calf muscle. Lifting those toes, drifting them over toward the right, looking over your right shoulder toward those toes, and pressing in there, just feeling that stretch in the outer left hip. Side body, side waist, maybe on the foot or ankle or calf muscle. Then coming back to center, shifting back, knees closer together, child's pose, hands out in front of you, coming up on your fingertips. Pressing through those fingertips to shift the hips back. Maybe your hips don't come to your heels. That's okay. Just feel that stretch in the upper back and the shoulders, maybe the lower back and the hips. Rocking forward, keeping those hips right over those knees. Start to round your back, belly down toward the floor, and walk your hands out for puppy pose. Bring either your forehead or your chin to the floor. Here you can take your hands wide, or you can take them straight out in front of you. Little back bend, open up the other direction, opening up the shoulders and lower back. If this is a lot for your lower back, you can start to take some of the arch out of that by engaging your core and flattening the back just a little bit more. One more deep inhale and exhale. Starting to come back upright, walk your hands back into center. We're going to come on to walking that left hand a little bit more toward the center. Turn those left toes out and come into a little side stretch here. So we're going to shift up into this, reach up through the fingertips and engage the core. Come all the way up into gate pose. So take that right hand to the right leg, left hand up and over. Maybe your toes turn in, maybe they turn out more. Reach up a little bit further over and then come back down into that modified side plank, right arm up overhead and sweep it back down to the floor. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Shifting that right foot out to the right, right hand a little bit closer to the middle. Left hand reaches straight up. Reach up through the fingertips. Use that energy to kind of shift yourself up and into gate pose. Left hand to left thigh, right hand up and over. Go a little bit deeper. And then bring that hand back down to the floor. Reach that left hand up and over and back down to the floor. Here, take the big toes together, knees wide. Drop back into a wide knees child's pose. Palms together in front of you, elbows to the floor. And then drop your head down between there and just maybe start to drift your hands or your thumbs toward the back of your head or toward your back. And release back down, come back onto all fours. This time you're going to take that right foot out in front and come into our lizard pose. So walk that left knee back a little bit further. Right toes can turn out to the side a little. You can come up on fingertips or blocks, or if you have that mobility, you can always come down onto your forearms or elbows. Take a few breaths here. Foot flat. And then starting to walk that left hand more toward the middle, you're going to take that right foot, turn it out even more, and drop to the outer edge of that right foot and twist to the right. Twist a little bit deeper. Last deep inhale and exhale. Coming back to center, back to all fours. Switching to the other side, bringing that left foot up. Hands down or onto blocks or a bolster, whatever you have available to you, or down to forearms. Foot stays flat but turned out a little bit toward an angle. Nice big stretch in between your legs, a little bit of hip stretching here. And then start to turn those toes out, come into the outer edge. Take that right hand a little bit closer, left hand to the knee, and twist to the left. Deepen that twist just a little bit more for one more breath. Unwind, palms flat, and step back into your all fours here again. And here we're going to take that left arm up to the sky, and then we're going to twist it all the way under. A little thread the needle here, maybe take that right arm up, or if you like, take it around behind you. Bring that right hand back down in front of your face. Press up, sweep that left arm up, and then back down. And then to our other side, right hand goes up. Tuck it all the way underneath that left. Come down to the side of the head or the forehead. Here, left arm can go out straight above you, or you can tuck it around behind you. Last deep breath, deepening that twist a little bit more. Bring that left hand down in front of your face, coming back to sit on your heels. Take a moment or two here. And here you can reach back behind you and start to tilt back, lifting those knees off the floor for a nice stretch for the feet, waking them up or helping them go to sleep. If you want a little bit more, you can take the hands to those knees and just stretch back. 2 more deep breaths. Lowering those knees down, swiveling your feet all the way around. Take that left leg out in front of you. Take the right and cross it over your left, placing that foot firmly on the floor. So you can slide it up a little bit closer. It may have to be a little bit further away from you. If you like, you can sit on a blanket to give you a little bit more lift. Take that right hand around behind us. Left arm's gonna hook and hug that right leg into us. If you want, you can hook the elbow onto it. That might be too much or not. Flexing your left toe strongly, pressing through your right foot. And then deepening that pose just a little bit. Slowly unwinding on your exhale and turning to the other side. Little counter twist here. And then gently untying that leg, switching sides, bringing that left knee in, crossing it over, placing it firmly on the floor. Starting to twist. I like to use my body first and then start to use a little bit more effort. Twisting and then either hooking that elbow around that knee or just hugging it in and twisting to the left this time. Pressing through those right toes and left foot. A little bit deeper in that twist if you can find any more space to go. Slowly unwinding, other side for a counter twist. And unwinding everything and coming back all the way down onto your back. Nice and slow. You're using a little bit of core engagement to lower down. Bring your knees into your chest. Circling around to the left 3 times. A little lower back massage. And to the right 3 times. And then once again, bringing those feet flat. Go ahead and drop those knees out to the side. Take one hand to your belly, one hand above it. Here again, just checking in, scanning from the crown of your head down, noticing any changes or differences or anything your body has to tell you. And then from the bottoms of your feet to the top of your head. See if you can allow your knees to soften just a little bit more out to the sides. And slowly slide your heels out, hands alongside your hips, taking either Savasana like this, or your knees bent, or even a Savasana on your side if that feels better for you. Just 10 deep breaths here. Last deep inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply, sip in a little bit more air. Let it all out with a sigh. Gently taking your arms up overhead, toes out long, back to our good morning or good evening stretch. Stretching out long, lengthening the spine, and then bringing the knees up, rolling over to your right side, and gently making your way up to whatever seat appeals to you in your practice. On an inhale, taking your arms, reaching them all the way up overhead, scooping up the air. Exhale, bringing those hands down through heart center. Sharing one Om together, inhaling deeply. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me, whether it be morning or evening. I hope this helped ground and center you, slow and easy and simple, just moving your body all different directions. Wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Take care.